you do if you had such a beautiful ghost as a wife? What would you do? But all Lin Feng knows is making money. He took them around to fight and upgrade. In just 3 days, he had harvested a huge pile of belongings. Even the ghost Tong Tong had awakened. A new form was added. Her level rose straight to the top of A rank. Just when he was full of joy and ready to return to the city, suddenly he heard a cacophony of voices in the distance. With the mood of treasure hunting, Lin Feng cautiously walked over. What he saw was a headless general. Unexpectedly, he still came across this general. Lin Feng knew he couldn't beat him now. He turned his head away and wanted to leave, but just at that moment, he suddenly realized that the general was chasing after the president of High City. We can't leave him to fend for himself. Lin Feng immediately sent Hua to distract the headless general. He took the opportunity to save the president of High City. After returning to Sea City, the president was very grateful, wanted to hire Lin Feng with 5 million to get rid of the scourge of the headless general, but Lin Feng saw through his idea right away. The treasures in the headless general's body were definitely more than 5 million. This president was really cunning. Lin Feng was not polite either. He made a direct offer. All of the general ghost's treasures were to be handed over to him. When the president heard this, he was immediately about to get angry, but Lin Feng didn't panic and took out a gold ring from his pocket. The president's jaw dropped on the spot. A kind ghost without an owner, not waiting for him to regain his senses. Lin Feng then opened his mouth and said, "As long as you agree to the conditions just now, this ownerless A-grade benevolent ghost, sold to you for 10 million, of 30 seconds to consider." The president actually froze in place. He had just lost his ghost spirit. This grade A kindness ghost spirit is just the thing to fill the void. While he was considering it, there were only 5 seconds left. The president had to sigh. He agreed to the deal. Lin Feng's savings increased by 10 million. Back at home, Lin Feng knew he definitely couldn't beat that headless general. After all, the general's strength was S-ranked. It seemed that he could only use a ploy. So, he walked into Hua's house and melted in all the treasures he had recently acquired. Soon, the space that was originally the size of a courtyard was expanded by dozens of kilometers. Lin Feng purposely created an artificial lake and then planted the treasure ghost water plant in it. According to reason, General Headless Horse should also be an evil spirit. As long as they were separated, the fighting power would be greatly diminished, and the ghost water plant buried under the water is the key to victory. Everything is ready. The final step is to find the headless general, but every time they find something, they were always a step too late. They had to send ghosts to scatter the search, but suddenly a ghost attached itself to the president. It turned out that there was a feather on him that was left by the headless general on purpose. No wonder the general managed to evade their search every time. After solving this problem, they soon found the headless general's whereabouts. At this time, he was preparing to attack a granary. A moment of crisis. Lin Feng decided to summon Hua. Sensing his fiancée's scent, General Headless immediately reversed his direction and rushed towards Lin Feng.